Tired of losing stimuli? Tired of replacing cards? Tired of collecting and organizing cards and trying to find duplicates? We can save a lot of printer ink and paper by adopting Boom cards. Boom cards are digital task cards that exist exclusively in the cloud. Boom cards require a membership to be used. Luckily, there's a range of memberships, including free to publisher memberships of $50 a year. I have a premium membership, which allows me to make unlimited decks, but I can't publish them for money. You can see there's lots of different options with the different paid memberships. Even though I can't make money making cards, I can share them, and I do like to do that. I have a few colleagues connected to me on Boom cards. If you want, add me, and I'll share any of my self-published cards with you. On the main website, this is where you can have your students sign in. You can also assign them fast plays. Fast plays are pretty neat. I'll show you how to generate a fast play link or code within the cards. The only thing about the fast play is it doesn't generate any data assigned to a student. They just can play the cards. When you have students sign in and you assign them cards, it logs all the data for you. If you haven't done so already, make a free membership with Boom cards. The homepage looks like this. It's separated into classes, library, reports, store, and studio. Within classes, you can group your students. I have mine separated into the different sites that I see. I also have one assigned just for teachers, so it's kind of just an account where they can use it on their smartboard for their students during group time. I assign mini cards. Many of the cards are ones that I self-publish, and I also buy some and share them with teachers as well. If you click on a student's name, you can see here's their, it's really easy to add a student and change their username. And then, oops, can't see it. If you click on the arrow, you can see report, password, assign, move and copy, remove. So this is where you can assign assignments. And you just go in and click the ones that you want. And it's separated here too into self-published and purchased. So they group them themselves. So if you have other cards that you've purchased and you want to assign them, just click them here. So I don't want to get too much into the website. We had covered that kind of more in the last training, and I got a little lost in there. Anyway, so I wanted to spend more time on the studio section. This is really where the fun is. So here you can add different things. You can add decks. This is where you make your decks, add your images, sounds, and fonts. I haven't added any sounds yet or fonts. I'm not really cutesy, so I don't really like to add the different fonts. I just use whatever they have that's available. And sounds, I do want to start using sounds. So once I learn how to do that, I will share that with you guys. So let me show you how to add images. And like I stated before, it's really important to plan what you're going to make. I usually make a spreadsheet where I list the questions or the SDs. Then I pull together the pictures I want and add them to my images. I have them separated into folders so I can use them for future use. And I have quite a few. So today I downloaded already some images of some toys. And I just added the ball right now. And you upload by clicking upload image. And then I already have my folder open. So I'm going to click. And then I right-clicked to the end, open, and then it uploads my images for me into my folder. So that was pretty easy. Once you have all your images uploaded, go back and click on decks. So we're going to do that. So now we can make things. These are all of my self-published folders. Or not folders, self-published decks that I've made. Many of them are like multi-pick quizzes. I do like those. So click on New Deck. And this is where the magic begins. The template card is important if you want to keep all of your pages looking the same. So here you can have grid lines or not. I do like the grid lines. We're going to make our template card. So I'm going to show you just the multi-pick quiz first. So you have to click and hold and drag over your text box, what you want it to say. I always like to get it straightened out first. Centered. Oops. Let me drag this. There we go. And we'll do see, I clicked center. There we go. All right, so we're just going to do find the bear because I know that's one of our toys. I'm going to pull, click and drag over the multi-picks, and then you can resize it. The green one is the correct answer. The red ones obviously are incorrect. So you can see on the side here, the red, these are incorrect, green is correct. I do like to take off my borders. I don't know, take them off. And I'm going to add my images, add my bear because I know that's the correct answer. There, and then I'm also going to select these images and change my background to white, just so it looks nicer. And I think also I can change those borders to none. And let's do a preview. So you can see none of them have the boxes unless you highlight, you go over the top of them. And that's totally up to you how you want to do that. When you click on bear, that's correct. And again, it moved it, so it randomizes it by itself. When I started doing them, I would move them all to the different spots. But again, green is correct and red is incorrect. So that was how you use that one. I wanted to show you how to do the multiple choice. I'm going to click out and add a new one, so that it's just empty. Okay, so in our template card, we're going to drag our image over. It's going to be bear. Oh, I did want to show you too. You can do a background. I did get borders, so you can make them look cute. Ooh, but sometimes they're a little much. Just depends. Did I click the same one? Oh, I put a border on him. Okay, let's keep it. And we're doing multiple choice with words. And the correct spelling of bear is bear. And all right, so I'm also going to select all of these and change their background. See if I can, there we go. Make them a little bigger. Oops, that's smaller. There we go. And you can also change your font. Sometimes I don't like that A. It just depends on you and your students. Again, preview. Seeing it move to the word bear somewhere else. So I think I turned off the sound on my computer so you weren't able to hear the whoops, but you can turn that off by clicking in the corner if it's too distracting for your students. I know some of my students really like that sound, so I try not to do that too much. Okay, so I'm gonna make another deck. When I was practicing, I was just adding them and it was taking too long deleting them from the template card. So let's do, oh, I wanted to show you how to do fill in the blank. So here is where I uploaded a story. It was just, I took a screenshot of a PDF and I added it, and then you can drag your text down and add your question. And then we are gonna, it will be the Lego company started in the year, okay, and then fill in the blank, 1932. Oops, 1932. Submit and exit out. So that's our answer, but it doesn't show for the student. So if you go to preview, you can see that it's, you just type it in. And that's fill in the blank. I also wanted to show you a sorting activity. And again, okay, let's do sorting. Sometimes I get a little distracted. So I'm gonna make 2 buttons. There we go. And then I'm gonna duplicate it, pop it over here, and that's good. Okay. Change my border, my background color to white. I'm going to change this to, oh, you know, click up here. Okay, I'm just going to add a text box. I didn't know if I could do that or not. Type that word there. Toys. I'll move my, oh, it's okay. We'll do text, so we're doing sorting. So, and I'll do food. So we'll sort between toys and food. Okay. Still a little off. But I forgot to tell you that, so when you work in the template card, we could even make this like a sorting deck. So when you add more cards, it just keeps it the same. You just have to change the words under each one. So, but if you're in these cards, now you can't move them around like I could here in the template card. So toys and food. Let's add in our template card. Background color, let's do green. And then I'm going to do these borders as green. And then it just makes it thick. There, okay. Yeah, we'll see. We'll try it out. Images. Let's do a bear. And a duck. Oh, you know what? I'm doing it on my template card. So you can see they're all popping down there. Let me delete these and go onto here. Okay, so I just went to the first card. Now I can add my stuff. Duck. Oops. The big duck. And let's do, oops, an apple. And a cookie, because I have them there. Okay, I'm gonna resize my cookie. All right, so this is where you can click on each image and make it draggable. So in your preview, you'll see that you can drag them. But we want to know, like, how are they going to know if it's correct or not? You have to make a drop zone. So in this button, I'm making this one food, and oops, and then here I'll make this a drop zone, and these are toys. So you just click this thing and drag it up there. So I know this is the correct answer. We want toys to go here and food to go here. Oops. All right, so now we have our correct dragging zones, and let's do preview. So you can see, okay, toys, food, let's do incorrect. Let's see. And you can see that, oh yes, these two are right, but they kicked out the other ones. And you have not found all the correct answers. So sometimes you just have to keep trying, like, what did I do? Okay, well, let's go back and see what happened. Toys, toys, food, food. Okay, so I had to stop the recording and go back and try to figure out why it was saying it was incorrect. That's because I had my answer options as correct. So you don't need your answer options on because it's like automatic. So from here, from the selectable list, I clicked the green off. I turned off the correct answer. So now when you go to preview and you say toys go here, food goes here, and you click submit, then it's correct. So anyway, let's see. So we did drag and drop, we did multiple choice, we did fill in the blanks, we did, these are just, this one is if you want the picture with the word underneath it, you can do that. I haven't done sound before, but video, let me show you video. So I'm going to go back and just make a new deck. And this one's pretty easy. You just click, drag it here, and then you add your URL. So I have this one. I had went and found it so we wouldn't have to look around. And it's just like ASMR Legos. So he's just putting Legos together. I figured that would be a good one for our toy theme. I copied it and I'm gonna paste it. Oops. In here. And there it is. So you can, it doesn't take off like all the banners and stuff on the inside, which was too bad. I did see that, like the ads. But you could do like little video clips, things like that. Anything that has a URL, you could put it in there, and then you could ask questions on some of your following cards if you wanted about the video. I have done a couple of videos where I've assigned for students that are just like, some are like vocabulary and other ones are like oral motor activities. And it's just a video of oral motor movements and exercises. Anyway, let's do preview so you can see. And then you click on it and the video starts. So I do like this option of just, you know, they can still watch their videos without letting them have YouTube all the time. I'm not sure. Let's see if that comes up at the end. And I did have another student where he figured out he could get into YouTube by waiting to the end and then clicking on some of their other buttons. the cards or whatever that come up in the end. But they haven't shown me how to do just like a clip where it's like a beginning and an end where we can state how long, but they're still working on it. The Boom Cards are a pretty young company. So, and that's it. So it just will show you the video, but I really do like the option of videos. So let me show you. So once you are happy with your deck, you need to private publish them. So you go to details, and this is where you can add your title. And we'll just do Lego clip for right now. I'm gonna add a picture of Legos. It's just one card. And again, if you click over here, like on play, you can see that it randomizes the cards, the order of the cards that are presented. You can also make it sequential. So if you want the cards to stay in the same order, like if you're changing the style of each card and it's like teaching the student and you want to keep it in the sequence, you can click that. And then you come down to private publish. And now you'll be able to see it in not only in your studio, but in your library. So if you don't self-publish if you don't publish it, it won't show up in your library. So you'll see I have these untitled decks that we were just using. And if you come to my library and go to self-published, the other ones aren't there, just the ones that I've published. So this one, if I want, I can assign it to my students, all of them at one time, or if like there's just one student and he's working on it and I made this particular deck for him, I would go into my students and then add it individually. And then also here's the fast pin. So if you can generate a pin, and again it says it's a shortcut for students to play right away. You don't need an account, but it does not generate any reports, but it only lasts for 14 days. But that's a nice option if you are short on time or you don't have individual student accounts. So again, in library is where you can play your cards, and studio is where you can share your cards. So this is where I would share it and also edit it. It's also nice to clone, because then if you have like say I liked the style of this particular goal, I can just clone it, and then I already have my template made, and all I have to do is like click over his pictures and add my new ones and then rename it because it's cloned. But that just saves you time. Anyway, this video was just a brief introduction into making Boom Cards. Try them out. You'll get better each time with each deck. Explore the free decks in the store and copy their layout. I really like the store. You can find free ones, and of course you can purchase points, and points are what you use to buy your cards, and deck cards are they're pretty cheap. So you can type in what you want. Some cards are pretty cool and some are not. I've purchased some that I was not really crazy about, but then you can just, if they're free, then you just delete them. But I do like to copy what different people are doing, like as far as the look and style, because again, I'm just not very creative that way. But have fun with Boom Cards and let it be a part of your teaching day. Have a good day, everybody.